when you have your site redesigned and rebuilt by an agency, that agency is so invested in bringing your vision to your website, making it look and feel the way you want and have all the functionality. But a lot of times it ends there, right? And not a lot of thought or effort is put into the support and maintenance. We have the same situation here. Historically, we have always been a team that looks for that new project. But several years back, we decided to heavily invest in our support and maintenance because we saw the long-term effects that it would have for our clients. We don't just do these quick fixes. Like if somebody comes to us and there's an issue that they want us to fix, we don't just quickly fix it.
We don't duct tape.
Right. And we think of the future. If we need to take a step back, plan things out a little bit more, scope it out, so that we try to look at it holistically, so that if we do something, we're building these building blocks so that things can change over time. It's not just putting a Band-Aid on it, like you said. We need to build a good foundation on which to change things in the future as well. So we have that mentality of, we're not always just going to say yes to whatever somebody wants, if that's not the right solution, and we will offer multiple solutions. And ultimately, if the client chooses one that we don't recommend, at least we've put it out there.
Yeah, I mean, as we take on clients that were not built by Emagine, we get to see a variety of different practices from other companies, and this is happening now with a client where I'm saying to them, I'm going to build this in a way that if you decide that you hate me in 6 months, you'll be able to be confident in knowing that you can take this site, pick it up, and put it somewhere else and have it supported by somebody else very easily. I'm not going to give you junk or duct tape or do quick fixes. I mean, if you come to us and there's an immediate issue, we'll do a quick fix, and then we'll say, okay, it's fixed for now, but this is what you need to do so that this is fixed moving forward. We don't want to, once we put the Emagine name on something, or I put my name to something, I want to make sure that that's the best possible way to do that at that time. And again, technology changes, and then way these updates and the way those things will change, and they will have to be changed again. But always best practice, do things right the first time.
Companies will launch their new site and now think about the performance and the speed, and they will continue to add images to the site and content as they should. But if things aren't in place to optimize these assets, the site becomes bloated. So, best practices on a quarterly basis, 6 months, 12 months, to look at your site's performance. And we get a lot of clients that will say, yeah, we've noticed, or we've been told by our clients that our site is kind of slow in these areas, or we will notice that and bring that to the table for these clients. And we run through optimizations, we run some analytics, and help them as much as possible to improve their page performance speeds. It's a critical part of maintaining your site that people don't think about often until it's too late. We're not just a reactive support team. We provide proactive advice on a regular basis. So whether that's on a monthly or quarterly or annual basis, what we will do is take a look at these sites that either we've built or we've inherited and make suggestions where we feel that it would benefit the organization. And the great thing about our team also is that we're kind of industry agnostic. We have healthcare clients, we have clients in the manufacturing field, in the high-tech field, and what we can do is bring elements from each one that we feel would work well for a particular client. So if we've built out a functionality on one site and we see that need on another site for our clients, we will bring that to the table and we'll make these suggestions. So not only are we receiving these requests for enhancements, but we'll actually make those suggestions.
You have a lot of agencies who do a lot of really great work, and then when they get that out the door, they're done. They wipe their hands and they move on to the next great piece because they want to do this work for this company or work for that company and fill up their portfolio. Very rarely do you find an agency that can actually do something on your site after the fact. We're staffed to be able to support the clients that we put live after the fact and clients that we didn't put live and support them after the fact too. And Ariel's absolutely right. When you know, you let your site go like that and you just hope for the best, your site is going to detrimentally get worse, like never taking your car in to get an oil change. Eventually it will die. And it might not be the car's fault that it dies, but it's, you know, that next browser that comes out and all of a sudden it doesn't render. Like, you go back, this goes back a little bit a while, but when, you know, Flash was the coolest thing to have on your website. And then one day, browsers were like, yeah, we're not going to show Flash anymore. You're going to have to like click on it and say, yes, I want to see Flash. And all of a sudden there were hundreds and hundreds of websites that all of a sudden you just couldn't see it.